God, Cyclops and Ogre. King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rose still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, some baddest bag gon' get. What you mean?
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Jaguars going up against the Buccaneers.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Fournette on the counter. Room here to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Now the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Play fake. Winston. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On third down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
A first down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 45. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is fielded at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Winston now to throw on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Jameis now on first down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Jameis to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And some room to roam now. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Set! Green, 39!
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Again, it's Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. He got 29 yards that time. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's a give to Fournette. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Fournette, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On second down, here's Fournette. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The pitch to Fournette. Nifty move. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Boom, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Leopard. Green 39. Green 39.
Fournette on the toss to the right. A strong running. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And we check on the game going on over in New Orleans. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Third down, Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, he came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. First down, Winston. He's got it. This is Ware. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second down, Winston. And oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Back to throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines, is extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brendan Langley picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A handoff to Fournette. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Leonard Fournette. There's some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They go play action here on first down. He's going to take a shot. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And his kick is right through. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
A second down throw for Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tilden Smith. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They begin with a run by Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Fournette. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On play action, Winston. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Again, it's Winston. That escapes the sack. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long for Winston. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Good! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Watch it now, Barney! Over! Here we go now. 3-19.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So the offense has it first and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
No. Check. Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be knocked down sideways. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They come out here in the eye, and they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jaguars are pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the gun, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Fournette. And some room to work. There he goes inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Set. Boom, landed. Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Following the interception, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And the back goes into motion. A first down throw for Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Jameis on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down? They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Play action now. Winston. Got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A gain of 32 that time. Jameis now on first down. Being chased out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided. I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2. You like being out there at the end of these wide margins. When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it. So that one will be accepted. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Jameis to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Winston from the gun on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Winston now. And Winston lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
A toss running left, Fournette. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
He may try and run for this. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. First down, Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Ready? Who waiting for me now? We got to stand up over there. Boys, hold up. Check. That.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. His end zone, Winston. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 22-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Tampa.